What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to another, this time with episode 2. Watching this on the same day I did watch the first episode a few hours later. I really enjoyed the first one, so yeah, been drawn back for another episode. You guys know I love horror stuff, so I love the setup we got in the last one. Again, there wasn't anything majorly horrific, there was just a few kind of creepy kind of circumstances and little things happening with May, but other than that there wasn't really much of anything apart from setting out the kind of tone and the setting of things quite beautifully in my opinion. So really looking forward to this second episode. Let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with any of these reactions. See what we got. More Koichi has in store for us. I wonder if he'll be kind of indoctrinated to think like the rest of the school and just ignore this this May. This dead girl. Not sure did we find out how she died? Sure we did. But like I said about the last episode, the music and the tone were definitely two of my favourite things from the first episode. But she doesn't look too ghostly, like appearance wise. She's not like got any scars or wounds or anything. It's like she's easily mistaken for just another person. Again, really did not expect this song. Really didn't. I do wonder what the doll stuff is about though. I remember I've never seen too many creepy doll movies. There was one by James Wan a fair few years ago that was alright. Obviously the Annabelle movies were alright. Second one's decent actually. The first one's not great. But the scariest stuff I've seen or heard about those is actually like creepypastas. Or I'm not sure if it is a creepypasta, but there is a story about one certain doll that I think that used to be in a museum that some people used to own, and it's apparently a true story, but I'm not sure how true it is. But apparently it's got this horrible aura. Like it's a real world doll, and it's in a museum. Apparently it's got this horrible aura to it. I'm not sure I've got the balls to ever see it personally, but yeah, I remember looking that up for a few hours one night and watching some videos, people getting interviewed about it and stuff, and it was quite creepy. That's a lemon. See, this is the shit that gets me. Sorry guys, I spoke about this before, how I like see faces and things. I mean, this one's pretty obvious. This looks like the I forget what the artwork's called. I think it's just Screaming Man or something, but it looks like that artwork of that guy. Very famous. Again, I'm not massively into art, so I don't really know the name of it. But yeah, it looks like that. But even if that wasn't intended to, I probably would see a face in that anyway. I spoke about this in one of my videos the other day. There was a cookie kind of dough mixture or something in my cupboard, and it was kind of crumpled, so the cookie looked like the grinning kind of troll face kind of meme, you know, with like the big chin and like smirking. And that really got like, I was like, holy shit, what the hell did I just see? And then I quickly looked back and it was obviously just a crumpled cookie. But I'm not sure if that's a product of me watching lots of horror movies, but yeah, in like Wood especially, I see patterns of like faces. The lemon scream. I think I'd fit pretty well in this show. Like these guys with the ghost girl. Seems nice. But again, being a teacher at a school like this, there's got to be something questionable going on with her. I don't know. If I was, yeah, if there was a dead girl in my class and I knew about it, I wouldn't be working at the school anymore. Who's getting these cuts to these dolls, aren't we? I imagine that's the artwork I was talking about. Oh, that's ironic. That is massively ironic. Are they trying to tell him that she's dead? It's going to be quite hard to take. I mean, he hasn't touched her yet. I was quite scared in the opening scene of the first episode when he shook that girl's hand to see if she might be a ghost, but she was physical. So I wonder if there might be. I wonder if she is able to be touched, or if he just goes straight through her. I mean, she can interact with objects, obviously. That's something I've always been a bit questionable about ghosts, to be honest with you. You see a lot of the time ghosts can move objects, but they can't touch physical people. Bit of an inconsistency. Fair enough. She's a Chuhimbio, is it? That's why she wears that. Here's the guy I was looking forward to seeing. Is he like the librarian? Chibiki. Also quite interesting. I haven't seen anyone else interact with her. Pretty sure everyone can see her. But again, they all just ignore. She's not there. Like a kind of stain on the wall. Everyone just ignores. I haven't seen. Again, I don't think we've seen anyone else talk to her. Even like look at her. Wait, I didn't miss anything text wise. Is that tomato juice and beer? And if I didn't know any better, I'd say this woman's haunted. What the fuck? Never a combo I've seen or would give any thought whatsoever. What the fuck? Tomato like. So I think, to be honest with you, drinking tomato juice, it's not. I wouldn't say it's normal, but it's not unnatural. I wouldn't personally drink tomato juice, but with beer, seems like a nice combo. Like I've seen people mix stuff with their beer, like lemon juice and yeah, blackcurrant juice. I've had that before, and it actually tastes alright. Not as not as good as just beer though. I don't think. Tomato juice, a weird one, isn't it? That's weird. I've never had tomato juice as a drink. I think I think I'd probably like it though. In small portions. That's a hard line to go down. If you're going to choose that as a vocation. Yeah. No point in not trying. Exactly. I agree. So again, nothing majorly big has gone down just yet. Kind of again, it's building up that kind of just when is something terrible going to happen? It's just like this. Also, why is there no fourth floor? What's the deal with that? Just skips right from 3 to 5. But yeah, it's just kind of building that anticipation, isn't it? Which is good. Again, maybe not for some people. I like it. All. Sorry to pause again. Is he an horror author? Probably. Again, I haven't read. I'm not much of a reader, to be honest with you guys. I only actually started reading manga. I've only ever read like 2 manga, and that's because of my YouTube channel. I've enjoyed both of them, though, to be honest with you. And I have read a bit of Umi Neko, which is it's got some horrific moments in there, but I wouldn't call it a horror. Similar to Higurashi, but a lot less of the kind of horror tone. What was his name? John Saul. Yeah, it is a real person. I hate Bing. Get me away from Bing. I'm not sure why that's my home one, but John Saul. He's probably done some stuff that I've watched adaptations of. I imagine. Oh, maybe not. I haven't watched any of this. Maybe they go under different names or something. John Saul. movie adaptations. No. Suffer the Children. No, it looks like it's pretty much strictly books. Yeah, can't give you much insight on him, unfortunately. Like I said, though, I hope there might be more kind of little references and stuff to the big horror directors. I recently went on a bit of a Japanese movie escapade. Watched House, which was really fun. I think that's from like the early 70s, late 60s, I think. I'm not really 100% sure, but around that era. That was really fun. I watched Itchy the Killer, One Missed Call. I'm currently watching a few from that director. Still got to watch Audition, which I heard is a classic. Yeah, his movies are a little bit nuts. One Missed Call, not so much, but Itchy the Killer was, yeah, a little bit insane. Little bit insane. Another Girl. So he's now finding out about her death. Hey, this is shady. Nice of this for us to do this, but should she be? Yeah, should she be doing this? Hmm. So, so can not everyone see her? Do you reckon it's just like the class? At this point, we're not even sure if, to be honest, I'm not even sure if the class can see her. No one's addressed it. No one's addressed it, and no one's interacted with her. It's the fucking constant surveillance as well. Everyone's on their toes around Koichi. It must be annoying for him. I'd be annoyed. Everyone fucking, everyone's hiding something. Oh dear. The students at the school, from what we're seeing, aren't too great at their physical activities, are they? But again, that might come back to what I said about their kind of physical condition actually being affected by a ghost, perhaps negatively kind of affecting their health. Potentially, they could just be bad. The head of countermeasures. Never heard that role. The head of countermeasures. From what? What you're actually doing is deluding. Ahead of delusion. Alienating. Ahead of covering things up. Maybe this is like a trap as well. She's not a trapper in the usual kind of sense of the word, but maybe this May is like they're protecting him by keeping him away from her and covering it up. Maybe the sorry guys, I do just want to pause and talk for a minute, but maybe it's like the more interest someone has in her, the more they see her, the more they try and know her and find out what she is, because you would be interested in this girl because no one seems to acknowledge her, and that's like the fact that people are so oblivious to her existence makes her existence actually stand out more. If that makes any sense? Like you would think she'd maybe just like fade into the back, but she actually stands out more. It's kind of like darkness. There's darkness, and then there's like in the real world there's this special kind of black paint, and there's these rooms that are pitch like they're darker than dark. They're like the darkest dark. I'm maybe going off topic here, but they're like the darkest dark you could be in. And I've heard stories of people going in them and just feeling horrible vibes and like feeling really strange that they've never been in a room so dark. Like everyone experiences darkness when you turn all your lights out at night and so on, but like the darkness in those rooms is like it's so dark it stands out. It's kind of the same with I think that's a pretty good analogy for this girl. Like she's so black and kind of painted black that it doesn't fit in with the rest of the black of the wall. She's like a super dark patch that stands out as like really ominous and interesting. And I think they are just trying to protect it. Maybe it's a case of like, maybe this isn't our main character. I imagine it will be for the rest of the show, but maybe it's a case of the more you see this girl, the more chance you have of again her maybe affecting your health, or maybe bad things happen to you. If any of you guys have seen any of the Omen movies, maybe she might be in the kind of same line as Damien. Probably not the devil. Can't imagine she's the devil, but she might have kind of a similar kind of thing going off as Damien in those movies, perhaps. I don't know, but like I said, I feel like everyone here is trying to do what's best for his kind of survival, perhaps, or maybe not that. Maybe survival is a bit too big a word, but for his health and his safety. But like I said, I certainly would be very interested in this girl. Doesn't seem to like questions, but I would I would bombard her with them. Maybe that's why they didn't pick her up when it was raining yet. In the last episode as well. Maybe the driver of Koichi's car didn't actually see her. Maybe she can't be seen by certain people. Because I think that was almost a bit rude to drive past her, walk over in the rain like that. So we're just going to stalk her. That's the plan. Yeah, I had a feeling she's probably just going to disappear. Like I said, I love the music. Music's really good. Twilight. You know, the Japanese love their fucking super hard puzzles as well. I'm a big fan of puzzle games and stuff. Like I mentioned Silent Hill. Feel free to drop in video and like Resident Evil and such. Big fan of like puzzle horror games like that, survival horror puzzles. But sometimes the Japanese can be really fucking. It can be really difficult. Some of their puzzles and their kind of hints and stuff like this. Cat's out of the bag. Going in this place again. Horror movie watcher here. This would be #1 place to avoid for me. Fuck this. Or perhaps what? What else would he be? An exorcist? Priest? You have to pay to get in the shop? Guess this is an experience, isn't it? Also, is that message written in dust on the mirror? So I'm half expecting to see May here as a doll, like sitting down somewhere. Is that dust? Or is that actually like, yeah, I think that's probably pen, but it kind of looks like it could be dust. Is she a doll? That's actually I'll spoil the movie if I bring that up, so no. Although it's not a great movie to be spoiled, but I won't bring up what I was just about to say. Huh. A lot going on here. Kind of looks like it could be her. Face looks incredibly real. The hair as well. Yeah. I was gonna say that doesn't look like her. I mean, it kind of does. Kind of looks like her, but the eye color is different. The other eye is, of course, covered up here, but you can tell she's not got a patch on. I mean, very obviously her limbs are doll-like, but I think that is just enough kind of resemblance that you could see. Yeah, you could see how, but I think it's maybe like a mind kind of mental kind of haze perhaps as well, in terms of this kind of apparition or whatever kind of having an effect on his perception. And does that mean it's been a doll walking about this whole time? How? I think the thing is now I just kind of want to watch another episode. I've watched this one and now I just want to watch another one after this, which I probably will. To be honest, like I said, I can't finish with this. The doll's not in there when she leaves there, so it's like they're one and the same. Seems like. But I love the fact that they didn't just like do a cheap jump scare there or anything. Oh wait, so it is still there. Oh, okay. Okay, so disregard everything I just said. I'm not going to bother with the timer. Apologies. That was a bit. Half. I reckon there's half of her. It's like half. Yeah, interesting. Let's not disregard what she just said there. It's very sad, doesn't it? I agree. It's moved. Maybe that was just a slightly different angle. Really? These two? Honestly, they might be two of my least favourite from the ones we've seen. Is that how she died, do you reckon? Like, okay, I can't stop there. I'm watching another episode tonight. Obviously, I'll just be doing these in separate episode videos. So you guys, it might be a few days, but yeah, you can't end there. Wow. Again, I'm guessing it might be, like I said, it might be maybe she was shot in the eye, or impaled through the eye, perhaps, and that killed her. Whatever. Like quite a few people actually survive stuff like that, more than you'd think. Being like impaled through the eye. Maybe that like went up in her brain and like killed her or something, and that's just like to hide her death wound. I did mention, might have been last episode, about the fact that she hasn't got any kind of visible scars or trauma or wounds. So maybe that's just easily hidden by an eye patch. Either way, another really good episode. Like I said, I love the fact that they don't cheap out and like do some crappy jump scare or anything. I imagine the show will have some jump scares, but I think, judging by it so far, I think there'll be good jump scares and actually kind of shocking moments, rather than, I hate it when you expect a jump scare and you're like, oh well, you know a loud sound's coming but nothing's going to come from it. They're the worst ones. So I love it when there's actually kind of like substance to it and they lead up to something with substance. But it doesn't, from the preview, it doesn't seem massively put off by her still. So own work. Yeah, it doesn't seem massively put off. I feel like if she showed you like a big old hole in her head where she got killed, I feel like that would probably keep you away from her. So yeah, maybe it's not what I just said there. Either way, really interesting episode. I love this little doll segment again. I think dolls are very creepy. Again, I don't think there's ever been a movie or anything to do them exceptionally well, but there's definitely been really creepy kind of doll movies, doll moments I've seen in movies and so on. And I think I don't think it's something you can do like a whole movie about. Maybe I'll probably be proven wrong. Hopefully, I'm proven wrong in that aspect. But there is a certain level of, again, really creepiness to kind of human-made dolls like this, isn't there? I think two of the creepiest ones were the ones we saw at the end here. I didn't like these ones whatsoever. Horrible, horrible girls. Yeah, not a fan of those ones. A lot of weirdness going on here, isn't there? And they're all women. Wow. This almost reminds me a little bit of a movie I watched recently that came out in the 2000s, House of Wax, which I recently watched, which wasn't great at all. I love the soundtrack for that movie though. But it had a really cool scene where a character got waxed up and like they cut his like cheek off and he was alive, but it was just like and yeah, it's fucked up. That's probably the best scene in the movie. But yeah, like I said, I love I love the tension that's building here, the kind of intrigue and mystery that's going on here. Again, us as viewers, I'm pretty sure we know what's going on, but trying to see what's his name, Koichi, kind of figure it all out is yeah, really enjoying it so far. So I'm going to get right into the next episode. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one when that does come out. Do let me know what you guys think of this one though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys then.